I guess I'll start with introducing myself. Good afternoon. For those who may not know, my name is Sarah Moore, and I'm the General Manager of Exhibitions and Events at Visual Connections. Firstly, I'd like to thank you all for giving up your valuable time to be here today. It's greatly appreciated. While a lot of what will be said today you all would have heard before if you're regular exhibitors, I'm sure you'll get value out of being here, and as well as being a great opportunity to ask questions of us and some of our contractors who are online today. If you think of any questions during the presentation, just pop them in the chat. I think Charlie's made a note already in the chat, and then we'll get to all of them at the end. As you may or may not know, PacPrint is owned by Visual Connections and the Visual Media Association. Let me just flick our slide. Can you all see my slide presentation? Yes? Okay.
Yes,
Let me know.
thank you.
Good, thank you. While Visual Connections team oversee the organising of PacPrint, co-located with Visual Impact and the Label and Packaging Expo, we work very closely with the PacPrint board. This board is made up of the Visual Connections, from the Visual Connections team and from the VMA team. So from the Visual Connections side, we have Johnny Rumney from Selmac, Priscilla Dickinson from Epson, and
Sorry,
Andrea
Sarah,
Trimble.
there's no presentation up.
There's no presentation. That would be
No.
helpful then. Let me double check that. I have, but I'm just closing it down and resharing it. How about now? Can we see it now? Great. Thank you, London. Let me get my notes back up so I can see what I'm doing here too. Okay, so as you can see here, we have Visual Connections and the Visual Media Association side. So I've mentioned the Visual Connections side. From the VMA side, our board members are Kevin Pidgeon from Lithocraft, Sharon Dowsey from Spices, and Kirsten Taylor from Tailored Press, who is also our chair. We'll go on to the next one now that we can all see it. The main objectives of today's meeting is to introduce you to our team and our contractors, to give you an update of where we are with sales, and also to give you a bit of an outline on our marketing strategy. We'll also talk to you about ways you can maximise your exposure and brief you on public relations services. Most importantly, we'll update you on the operations, safety and logistics for the show. The Visual Connections side of the team, we have Karen, who is our Executive General Manager of Associations, Charlie Blades, who's our Event Manager, Robin Framptoning, who's our Marketing and Communications Manager, Michelle Cruz, who is our graphic designer for both the VI magazine and the Labels Plus magazine, Rob Griffith, who is our editor of VI magazine, but he also is the writer for Labels Plus magazine. And then we have Connie and Joy, who will be helping us at PacPrint as event assistants. We'll also have a team of staff to further assist us during bump-in and operational days of the show. You'll be able to see us. We all wear the same sort of little uniform, so if you need anything on site, just reach out to any of us. We have a range of contractors who are also working on the show with us. And today online, we have a few. We have Laura and Nicole from ExpoNet. I think we have Heath and Gus from Gel Events. Gus will help you in pre-show and Heath will be on site with us. And then from Get Rigged, we have Tom. Exhibition update. Currently, we have over 90 companies exhibiting at PacPrint, but this is changing nearly every day. The sales are still moving and we're in discussion with a number of potential exhibiting companies and receiving new bookings, as I said, close to every day. This is our current floor plan. Well, it's actually not current. We've changed a bit in the last couple of days because I did this one on Friday. But this is what we were sitting at on Friday. We've had some more bookings since then. You can see on the floor plan, the yellow stands are custom stands, red are the shell scheme stands, pink are on hold, the greeny blue sections are our pods and our forum area, and the white is currently unsold. We have a couple of updates, interesting points about bump-in. Charlie will cover a lot more of these in more detail a bit later. But we are supplying stand 2.5 tonne forklifts free of charge to all exhibitors at the show. So there's no queuing up at the dock with a credit card in hand to get your equipment moved. But if you need larger forks and cranes, these will still have to be ordered for and paid for separately. These need to be ordered in advance, the larger forks and cranes, so make sure that you have a chat to Gus from Gel Events and book this in. We also ask you to book in your dock time with Gus, so we make sure that we can get you in and out on the dock as quick as we can. Our apologies to the stand contractors, but the free forks are only available for exhibitors, and all stand contractors will still have to pay for their usage directly to Gel Events. We will also provide free porters on the Monday the 19th, so Monday the 19th, the day before the show opens, to help all exhibitors unload and get those final goods to your stands. We will be supplying all Shell Scheme stands with a walk-on bar package and a visitor scanner app as part of their total Shell Scheme package and cost. And this is just our way of helping keep costs down for you and making bump-in a little less stressful. For the floor space stands, you can actually book the exhibitor scanner separately. So if you're interested, just let us know and Charlie and I can help you out with that. Suitcase sellers. Just before I hand over to VMA to have a chat about our PR, I wanted to update you on our policy on suitcase sellers and remind everybody. This hasn't changed, so if you've been in the show before, I'm sure you're well aware of it. We have an obligation as organisers and owners of the show with VMA to protect those exhibitors who've made large investments in PacPrint. Our rules of entry into the trade shows have always stated that no supplier or their staff, unless invited, can enter the trade show unless they are a paid exhibitor. We've never enforced this rule and we will refrain from doing so this year as well. However, as previously stated, we have an obligation to protect our exhibitors. So to that end, any non-exhibitor who is reported to be contacting business on the trade show floor will be escorted from the trade show by security, and Charlie's really good at it too. So look out if they're doing the wrong thing. When you're on site at the show, if you're on your stand, you're working on your stand and you see a suitcase seller, let us know. We need to know right when it's happening so we can actually jump to action on it. If you let Charlie, myself know, or our organizer office know, then we will get onto it straight away. Charlie and my phone numbers will be in the exhibitor newsletter that will be on your stand each day, so you have an easy way of contacting us. But we can only assist you in getting those suitcase sellers out of the show if you let us know when it's happening. I'll now hand London, I'm not sure if you were doing this or Kelly's doing this, but to have a little chat about the PR at the show.
Thanks, Sarah. I'll do it. We were wondering if my voice was going to hold up. That's why we're sort of passing that handball around, but nothing like Panadol and a throat gargle. I'm here ready to go. Thank you. I've got London Mills, who's our Manager of Strategic Projects for the Visual Media Association. Behind the scenes of the Visual Media Association, also working on this for you, is Philip Marriott across events as well. I'll talk about National Print Awards in a minute. And Danielle Blinsky, who is running communications. We work with the entire team, the amazing team that Sarah introduced before. And I just think it's important to do a little shout out. I can't help myself, because if you knew the work that goes on behind the scenes from Visual Connections team and Visual Media Associations team, you're all absolute troopers, and you're just very passionate, as well as the PacPrint board, some of who are on this call. So I couldn't help myself. I just have to do that, and I think we should all make sure, while you are having a great show in PacPrint, which I'm sure you will, a lot of our members are very excited to attend and saving some of their considerations around purchases for PacPrint. So we know this is a trade show that the industry embraces, but please give a little shout out to all those people working behind the scenes. If you do throughout the week, we are working across some of the PR comms, as well as a few other bits and pieces in the background. One of the things that we're really ramping up now, there are a lot of features and advertising, investment, and media partnerships that are already in place. You would have seen those, as well as socials. We're moving now to really ramp up registration. So about 2 media releases are issuing each week, with socials also issuing about 1 to 2 a day. We have reached out to a few exhibitors, and we haven't got information from everyone, but now is the time to really check in and get your exhibitor media release that we can push out for you. If you haven't sent us in a bit about what you're planning on doing for the week, send us through an email at communications@visualmediaassociation.org.au, and we will make sure that we can write you an exhibitor media release and push that out through the trade press for you. And we'll also then link it through the PacPrint socials. So we're really ramping up what the show is going to be about. Thank you, London, for posting that email. It's in the chats there. Don't hesitate. We've written some really great pieces, and we've gone back and forth with the exhibitors. So send them through, and we'll make sure that people know where you are, where to go, and what you're exhibiting. The key focus, as I said, is now on registration, so we'll be pushing that pretty hard. And also, if you can share that across your communications, your socials, and your activities to promote the registrations, we would welcome that. We're working through some invitations and how we approach that. And also, Sarah and the team are really looking at some of those VIP. So these are sort of printers or print buyers, producers who have attended in the past, and we're really trying to ramp up their attendance to get them straight through in early registrations. The seminar is now online, and we're finalising a couple of those. They'll range from across commercial print to signage to experts to keynote speakers. We've got some great leadership. I've been able to secure a fireside chat with Matt Aiken, who's going to tell us all the reasons why I'm successful. So we're sort of getting some sort of headline leaders across the print community, print and sign community. Nick Harold and Damien are going to be doing a panel. So there's going to be a lot of the sort of leaders really sharing knowledge, which we've found in the past have been the highest attended across the panels or speakers. And that's what it's all about. But we do have some keynote speakers, so please have a think about bringing your teams down, or even connecting some of your daily activities with who you think will be attending on those days, because it might help with some of the amplification of your activities as well as attendance that might be there on that day. Huge shout out to all of the media partners as well. We've got Visual Impact, Print 21 Intermedia Group, and Image. These are partnerships that have long-standing partnerships with PacPrint, but I think it would be remiss of me not to call them out. We've really lent in and got some extra amplification from them in the recent weeks, so I want to give them a special hurrah. Last but not least, and I don't want to take up too much time today, but certainly the National Print Awards are back and better than ever, they're saying. So the board are very excited to be presenting those on Thursday night of PacPrint. We like aligning them with PacPrint, get the industry together. We've got some amazing prizes and things like that for the women in industry, proudly supported by RICO, and emerging talent, proudly supported by Konica. They're going to go on a trip to the UK, have a week in national networking. Everyone's getting behind it. So please don't have massive parties on National Print Awards night. Come along. That is the biggest party of the week, with about 500 people across the industry. Tickets for exhibitors will be sent out, so you'll get access to first buying rounds as well. So we'll get all that through to you via the airwaves through PacPrint. And of course, anyone who's keen to be a sponsor, we welcome sponsors all the way up to the 22nd of May. Short plug there. I wish you all the best for a great show, and on behalf of my members, printers, producers, and sign companies, all the feedback is they're coming along and they're excited. So I think we're going to have a great show. I'll hand back to Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly, for that. Appreciate it. And thank you, London, for popping those links in for everybody. I'll just quickly, Kelly's touched on all of these, but I'll just touch on a couple of them too. As Kelly mentioned, we're doing a whole bunch of marketing on PacPrint and have been over the last 12 months. Print advertising, online, socials, website, EDMs, we've got a lot across all different outlets and all different sections. So you would have seen some, there will be more coming, as Kelly said. You should have received your visitor invites. As Kelly mentioned the other day, we'll also be working on sending those out further, but we've also sent a bunch to everybody, every exhibitor, to distribute to their customers. If you need more, let us know. We can send you more as well. Past has shown visitors find out from you guys, the exhibitors. So anything we can do to help you with that, let us know. We can do personalized artwork for you. We've got a signature banner that you can use, put on all of your emails. If you need anything, reach out to our team and we're happy to help you. Next one, we have obviously all of the different taglines in socials, which are there, and we have sent to you in every of the exhibitor newsletters, which will also continue. So continue posting throughout the show. Obviously, when we're there at the show, you know, we want to create a bit of FOMO, as Kelly was talking about before. We want people to see the show. We want people to love it. You all do beautiful stands. You do beautiful work. So we just plan to ramp this up even further as we get to the show and obviously at the show. There are ways of maximizing your exposure at the show as well. We have stand upgrades that we can help you with either building your whole stand or particular parts of it. All of those are in your exhibitor manuals or on the website, or you can chat to the team afterwards. Have you considered doing inserts into our visitors bags, which will be handed out to all of the visitors at the show? These are not expensive options for you. It's you know, a $750 charge, and it's a great way of getting your message out to visitors as they're walking in. We also have your free directory advertising. So this is part of your stand package, and you get a listing in the directory. You get a 1/4-page ad and a 100-word listing, which is also then linked to the website. You can upgrade those to fantastic packages, 1/4-page ads, full-page ads, things like that. All of that information is due on the 14th of April. You will miss out on the printed edition if we don't have it by then, but you will still be included in the website. So if you don't have the link, let us know. It's in your exhibitor manual link that's been sent to everybody, but we can always, Charlie and Connie and I are happy to send it to you if you don't have it easily accessible. Kelly mentioned our fantastic forum program, which we have. It is currently on the website, but we are updating that as we go along. It's a huge range of topics that we've got this year. So we have anything from mental health, fireside chats like Kelly was talking about before. We have industry leaders, panels of emerging leaders. We talk about supply chain, we talk about sales, diversity, sustainability, superannuation, signage licensing, compliance, there's much more. So we encourage you to encourage your visitors to attend. We hope that you're all going to be too busy on your stands to attend yourself, but if there's a you know, really keen topic you're interested, exhibitors are welcome. These sessions are free to attend for the visitors and the exhibitors. They're on the show floor in Hall 2, so it's easily accessible to everybody, but that program will be continually updated as we go along as well. As Kelly mentioned, we have some additional events as we do during PacPrint because we're all together, so we might as well celebrate across the week. Some of these events include the ASGA are running a number of signage boot camps. That is starting on the last day of bump in, so on the Monday, and it runs throughout the show in various forms. We also have a letter tech channel lettering workshop that will be run throughout the show. And then we also have, as Kelly mentioned, the fabulous National Print Awards. So there is tickets to these, there's links to these on our websites, but for more information, Charlie and I are also happy to share all of this information to you. Now I'll pass on to Charlie for probably what you're interested in most about the operational detail, and then we can have questions at the end.
Thanks, Sarah. So operations update. The operations team are Sarah Moore and myself. You are welcome to ask us any questions or for help at any time in your planning at the show, as we will be there the whole time. Some of our main responsibilities are ensuring all operational guidelines are adhered to, that all exhibitors supply stand designs and they're approved by us and the venue. Please be aware the venue is requesting engineer certificates for some stands over 3 meters in height and any with elaborate sort of stands, including ceilings or 2-story stands. Update floor plans and pit locations, ensure exhibitors and contractors are following work and safety procedures, and ensuring bump in and bump out runs smoothly. The official contractors. You will see the list of contractors here again. Our contractors cover stand building, electrical, furniture hire, rigging, logistics, freight, cleaning, registration and pre-registration, compressed air, water, communications, catering, and security. You will find all their contact details in the exhibitor manual, or you can call our office. All of our contractors have worked on PacPrint or visual impact shows previously. There will be some familiar faces within our contractor teams and knowledge of our exhibitors and events, which is great and will assist in the pre-planning and on-site. Equipment and bump-in schedule. As you all know, bump-in is a critical part of the show, and our aim to make this as smooth as humanly possible. To do this, we need as much information as we can from all the exhibitors about what you'll be bringing to the exhibit and when you hope to arrive and when to gain access to the dock. Gel Events will be responsible for the logistics of the bump-in and management of the dock. They're very experienced at it, but they do need as much info, and we need to help them as much as we can. You will see the link to the gel forms in your exhibitor manual, and we need to know the overall measurements, weights of the equipment you are bringing. This is really important for the weight restrictions on the floor loading. They will need to know your forklift and crane requirements. They will need to schedule a time and date for your arrival with your equipment, and these need to be strictly adhered to. If you need multiple dock times, each one of these need to be booked in. They also need to know any storage or replenishment requirements you may have. As we stated earlier, the normal 2.5-ton forklifts are free to exhibitors, and we have porters on site Monday to help to unload from cars. Plus, Gel Events has a limited amount of pallet jacks to assist your bump in. Gel Events will have a desk set up near the loading dock for all your requirements on site. Just look out for Heath, or you can contact Sarah and I. Bump in days and bump out days. PacPrint has a staggered bump-in. Your bump-in date depends on your stand type and the location within the halls. So the dome floor space have access from 8 a.m. Wednesday, the 14th of May. Hall 2 floor space has access from 8 a.m. on Thursday, the 15th of May. And Dome and Hall 2 shell scheme exhibitors have access from 8 a.m. Sunday, the 18th of May. Access each day for bump-in is from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Bump-in must be completed by 6 p.m. Monday, the 19th of May, with all rubbish and crates removed so the cleaners can do the final clean before the show starts the following day. If you're bumping in on Saturday, the 17th of May, please be aware there is an AFL game in this precinct and there will be some road closures on that day. If you're not sure which dates you have for your bump-in, you can ask Sarah or myself and we can let you know. In terms of bump out, all exhibitors have the Friday evening, Saturday and Sunday to bump out. And we do have some access for the dome only on Monday if you need pickups, but this will only be until 2 p.m. A vital part of bump-in is clear aisles. This is a WorkSafe issue and a venue requirement. Clear aisles have been allocated in the clear aisles floor plan, which will be operational during bump-in. The aim of the clear aisles is to ensure that all aisles are not blocked by packaging, crates and machines. We need to ensure there is a traffic flow within the halls for forklifts, motor vehicles that are being placed on stands, and just general people traffic and safety requirements. The aisles will be marked with carpet tiles and security. Gel Events, Expo Net are all aware of the importance of keeping these aisles clear. Please take note of the clear aisles around your stand and assist us by not placing any items in the aisles. Couriers and deliveries. When sending freight to Sydney Showgrounds, please ensure you use the delivery label from the exhibitor manual. This needs to be clearly displayed on your packages. Gel Events or the Visual Connections team will not sign for goods on behalf of any exhibitor unless prior arrangements have been made. So please be sure that a member of your staff is there to sign for any deliveries. Otherwise, make arrangements with your freight people to leave the goods without signature on your stand. Food and beverage. Just a reminder, Sydney Showgrounds hold the sole catering rights to the venue. This means any food and beverage on your stand must be arranged and purchased through them. You can talk to their exhibitor service teams for more options and costs. The cleaners will be working throughout bump-in to remove as much rubbish as possible. And there will be a full clean of all stands and aisles the night before the show opens. To assist this, we ask that you have all of your equipment unpacked and have arranged storage for all your boxes by 6 p.m. on Monday the 19th, which is the night before opening. Cleaning of your stand during the show will be your responsibility. Our cleaners will do a general clean of the aisles every night. So if you need them to clean your stand, please contact them directly. Details are once again in the exhibitor manual, or if you just ask our team and we're happy to put you in contact with them. Security. There will be plenty of security with uniformed security guards on duty when we take possession of the dome at 5 a.m. on Wednesday the 14th until the end of bump out on Monday the 26th of May. Please note, if you intend to hold functions on your stand, you must notify us in writing and gain approval. you will possibly have to book extra security for that event. So if you give us as much warning as possible, that would be great. Hours of operation. The show runs from Tuesday, the 20th of May until Friday, the 23rd of May. The show hours are Tuesday, the 20th of May, 10 till 6, Wednesday, the 21st of May, 10 till 7, Thursday, the 22nd of May, 10 till 6, and Friday, the 23rd of May, 10 till 3. Exhibitor access. Exhibitors will have access to the bays from 7 a.m. on the first operational day of the show and then 8 a.m. for the rest of the days. Please vacate your stands within 30 minutes of daily closure unless you have pre-approval from Visual Connections team to stay longer or are hosting a pre-arranged function. We understand sometimes exhibitors need to stay and work on their stands outside of these times. This can be arranged under strict guidelines from the security team. You just need to contact the Visual Connections teams to get approval. Entry and exits. There is one entry and exit to the show via the dome in line with the Roland DG stand. Consumable storage. There is limited space for consumable storage on the show floor. The storage area is being managed by gel events, and replenishments you will need to manage by yourself and your staff outside of the show operational hours. Please ensure you book a consumable storage with gel, and any additional storage requirements can also be booked with gel. The exhibitor manual forms. All exhibitors have been sent their own unique link to the online manual. Please ensure you log in and complete all forms as the deadline is fast approaching. Even if you do not need a form, i.e. motor vehicle form, please tick at the bottom of the form and submit to say that it's not required. If not, you'll hear from Sarah or I because we'll be chasing you. Work health and safety. All the workplace health and safety requirements are noted in our exhibitor manual, and we ask that your staff understand all of these requirements. There are restrictions on materials, inks, paints, and chemicals that can be used, so you need to complete the MSDS form in the exhibitor manual. Sydney Showgrounds and our team are very strict on all safety issues. One of the requirements is the clear aisles, which I previously mentioned. We will have a team of qualified people on hand to make sure all your electrical equipment is tested and tagged. If any of your equipment does not meet these requirements, you will be charged to have them tested and tagged. If your equipment does not meet Australian standards, you will not be able to use the equipment until it does. We will also have Sparkies on site throughout bump in and during the show. So if any electrical questions or issues arise, please let us know and we can ensure a Sparky comes to visit your stand as soon as possible. Finally, everyone will be required to have a safety vest and enclosed shoes during bump in and bump out, as the halls are considered a work site. We will have some vests on hand to loan people. However, we recommend that you bring your own as we have a limited supply. Everyone is in a hurry to get out on the last day and want to start moving their equipment out, but no one will be allowed to start bump out until everyone in the dome and the hall has a high-vis vest on and enclosed shoes, and all visitors must have left the halls. Your assistance with this would be greatly appreciated. Stand builder inductions. Sydney Showgrounds requires all stand builders to be inducted on site. If you're doing any construction on site or have stand builders building your stand, please ensure you complete the stand build form, so we can then have Sydney Showgrounds send out links for the induction. This induction needs to be completed before arrival to the showgrounds for bump-in. That covers the main points of the briefing today. Does anybody have any questions for our team or any of the contractors? You can pop the questions into the chat now and we can happily answer them. If not, I'm happy for you to reach out to Sarah or myself post this meeting and we can get back to you. We don't have any questions at the moment, Sarah. This slide will be shared post this meeting. We'll send it out to everybody along with the recording of this meeting.
Any other questions from anybody? No? If there are no other questions, on behalf of the PacPrint, we've wrapped it up pretty quickly. On behalf of the PacPrint Board, Visual Media Association and Visual Connections, we want to thank you for attending today. If you think of any questions in the meantime, just let us know. We're happy to help you. And we look forward to seeing you all in person on site at PacPrint in May. So have a great afternoon, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.